And if I look at some of the Amazon suggestions that I get, it's definitely very strange. So the recommendation algorithm, I think there is some improvement that can be made. But I was wondering actually, so in your experience, I know that from my experience, when we were looking at conversion data, for example, so if you wanted to look at how much revenue you're converting on a
Yep.
specific sale and where that's coming from, often over half of our revenue wasn't really attributed to ads.
Yep.
It was just because there was like a 7-day attribution or 29-day attribution. I don't know what it is now with Facebook, but it wasn't able to track it.
Yep.
Do you see in your experience, like how much revenue would you say is able to be tracked, and is there a way that you can improve that level of trackedness towards the ads?
Yeah. Well, so you mentioned this idea of an attribution window, and that's perhaps just to explain that concept. So you're basically saying like within how many days back before the purchase do we want to consider marketing campaigns to be within scope of having influenced that sale? And as you say, a 30-day click window is pretty standard for a lot of marketing. I mean, probably 7-day click is maybe slightly more conservative, because you can argue if someone was clicking for 20 days ago, but was that really what drove them to purchase today?
Hmm.
And so here's the problem. If we look at customer journeys that are tracked online, that journey is getting shorter and shorter because of cookies are getting wiped, or people aren't consensually tracked, or they're using Safari, or these various things. I mean, Safari literally wipes the cookies after 7 days. So even if someone visited like 20 days ago and they come back now, we don't know it's the same person. We don't credit that campaign 20 days ago. So when this is another reason why I think people argue about attribution model unnecessarily. Like, first click is last click because there's only one click. We only know one click about that customer. So that's the problem to solve. Is it's not like it's basically like, can we have a better view of the customer lifetime journey before they purchase? That's the challenge. And yes, I mean, it's not an entirely solvable problem. As I said, these things have it's been eroded generally over the last 10 years. But with LittleData software, we can make those cookie identifiers a bit stickier. We can persist them. So if someone came to your site last week and they come back again, for example, we can allow you to run an abandoned cart flow to them because they're on your email list. You actually do know this customer. They've opted into marketing. The problem is you don't know it's the person that was browsing that product. So that can be incredibly powerful if we can just simply identify that this is the same person who visited last week. Not for all users, but even if we can improve that by 30, 40%, that's one of the things we can really add to the brand's marketing efficiency.